Hey everybody, I am here to try and help people out because I can't stand for people to go through the same problem I have. I mean, YouTube's been great. I thank everybody who's made a video that has helped me with whatever I was doing. This is the case with this one. I have an '06 2500 HD with the 6-liter LQ4 in it. I've rebuilt the motor a few times. This last time I had to go back into the motor due to buying a cheaper LS7 lifter. Um, I found OEM lifters on Amazon, much cheaper than the speed shop selling them for, because they're probably buying them off Amazon and charging you a little more than double of the price. Um, but I did find them. Well, while I had the motor out, a lot of people have said change the cam sensor because of the O-ring failing. It is in the back of the motor. And when it starts leaking because the O-ring fails, you're not going to know until it's a big mess. They're cheap, so I went ahead and replaced it, put the motor back together, and it would not start. I had thrown away the cam sensor that I pulled out, which I've learned now, keep all your old parts until everything is perfect with what you're doing. Um, so I went ahead and ordered another cam sensor, got it off of Amazon, put it in there, and the dreaded second start happened. Everybody's written in about this or made a video about it. Some people live with it. I'm not going to live with it. My truck wasn't born that way, and I'm not going to drive it that way because it makes me money. It's my work truck. Um, it would cycle the first time, and then you just touch it the second time and it would start. Wasn't going to live with that. Um, I changed all the other sensors because I had changed the cam sensor. That was the last thing on my mind. So I started watching videos and reading forums and stuff. And I'd like to say to a lot of you, please look and listen to the words people are speaking. They have told you they checked the fuel pressure, but yet you still say it's the fuel pump. Okay, in these vehicles, the fuel pump, sending unit, and all that is one unit in the tank. Please quit repeating yourself when you don't know. I checked my fuel pressure before I even changed my sending unit. The reason I changed mine was my fuel gauge was fluctuating. 230,000 miles on that fuel pump, I changed it. That wasn't the problem. Crank sensor was not the problem. Um, Finally, I ordered an OEM cam sensor because I thought in my mind, what have I done to this motor? The only thing I did was change the lifters and change the cam sensor. Well, I know the lifters have nothing to do with it starting on the second start. So I found an OEM cam sensor at rockauto.com. Long story short, put it in there. The truck is fine. It runs great. So you can buy bad products. When it comes to your vehicle, I'm learning. And two, I'm learning as the older I get. One and done works. Buy the correct stuff. Buy the manufactured one, OEM manufactured ones. If you can't find that, it's GM. They love AC Delco. So if you're having that second start issue, the cam sensor, it's a $50 part or less. I think it was around 50 bucks. Change it. When people tell you it's a fuel issue, they're incorrect. Because number one, if it's a fuel issue, it's a constant issue. I mean, all of a sudden your fuel pump's going to work on the second go around? No, it's incorrect information. You know who's giving you this information? People who read a computer. instead of getting their hands dirty and trying to figure it out. The reason I finally figured out it was the cam sensor is because what does it do? We don't have distributors on these motors anymore. The cam sensor does what the distributor was doing, sensing timing. Your vehicle will not run, will not start if it's not in time. So your cam sensor has to know that it's in time before it relays to the computer. Yes, it's in time, goes to the starter, we can start the motor. Okay? I'm making this video not to bust on everybody. I'm making this video because it was so aggravating to me to try and figure it out. And I got tired of listening to the same people saying it's the fuel pump, the fuel pressure regulator, the injectors. I mean, if it starts and runs all day long on the second crank, it's not a fuel issue. Oh my goodness gracious. But I hope this helps everybody out. I try to make as many videos when I'm working on my lq4. We got an lq9 we're fixing to build, but we've learned our mistakes. We're going to be building that one with a much bigger cam in it than I put in this lq4. So thank you for watching. Leave comments. I may look at them, I may not. The video's for you to help you.